Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarius, aka Ty Killington. Okay, I know this is a different video. I'm a I'm a gamer, but I'm also a huge fan of Game of Thrones, and I have to make this video. I have to talk about the ending, the series finale. I have to give you my thoughts and opinions on this. I don't care if you like it or not. I have to vent. I have to get this out there. Okay, so first of all, I'm a fan of Game of Thrones. I've watched all the seasons. I've watched this series 4 times now, from start to finish. Okay, and let's just get right to it. The last season was rushed. Yeah, totally rushed. People, the writers, they they're moving on to Star Wars, so they had already checked out. I get that. But god dang, a certain level of respect has to be given to people who have invested 8 years of their life in this freaking series. Okay? So, yes, the last season was rushed, but there were still some good episodes, okay? I understand the battle with the Night King was all dark and black. I watched it on cable the night it came out, so it was fine for me. If you were streaming it on peak times, I'm sure there was a lot of macro blocking, a lot of digital interference, and it wasn't a good view for you. I get that. That's neither here nor there. It was still a decent episode, right? I know all the characters didn't die like you wanted them to, but they enough of them died anyways, okay? And there's spoilers in here, okay? So just so you know, there's spoilers. Just deal with it, all right? So I defended the last season. I thought it was set up. The second to last episode was incredible. People were mad that Daenerys was going insane. People, there were telltale signs of this all throughout this show. She was going to go crazy. Her advisors kept reeling her back. It was going to happen. So I saw that. I knew that was going to happen. When Tyrion was foreshadowing, ring the bells and we'll stop, I knew they were okay. They were setting this up. Okay, that episode was great. I love that episode. Here comes the finale. Oh, of course, we had the Starbucks cup thing, right? I get it. People, it's right there on the damn table. They probably didn't think that they were in frame or whatever. But, you got to cover that stuff up. You got to be better than that, right? So, oopsie, no big deal. Okay, whatever. The final episode. Just a hot, steamy pile of trash, yo. It made me wish I had never started watching this whole thing. It was that bad. And I'm not one to get like super critical because I see both sides of things, right? Like I said, I defended the last season, but damn, the lack of disrespect. I took some notes then. Let me just go through this before we. Oh my god, dude, this is ridiculous. Okay, so again, spoilers, right? Dany killed by Jon. Okay, I get it. I feel like it was way too easily set up. I feel like it was just, it was just so predictable. I feel like there could have been a battle, a fight between, maybe because if you remember in the second to last episode, Grey Worm looked back at Jon when Jon was trying to keep his soldiers from slaughtering all the people of King's Landing, and Grey Worm, looked back. He was like, he was pissed off at Jon for that. I thought they were setting this up to be one hell of a battle between Grey Worm and Dany. First of all, why the hell would Dany be alone in that throne room all by herself with Jon, right? Grey Worm, somebody would have been in there. And maybe Jon goes to kill her. Grey Worm out of nowhere comes in, stops it. They have a battle. And, eventually Jon wins. He's wounded. Dany escapes, right? Maybe there's a battle going on between the Unsullied and the Northmen that are already out there that we find out later that we're all there, right? They start having a battle. Dany's escaping. Maybe Sansa's watching, catches her, kills her. Maybe Arya uses a face. Maybe pretends to be Missandei, right? And Dany's like, oh my god, that's my best friend. And Arya pulls the mask off and knifes her. Something like that, right? Much more climatic and the right way to go about it, okay? The way that happened was so stupid, all right? Let's fast forward towards the end, and they're coming up with this system of government, okay? First of all, to make Bran, they would never let Bran be king, okay? That just wouldn't happen. And then he's like, why do you think I came down all this way? Like the dude's on a permanent Ritalin trip. Like, come on, man. Bran the Broken. I mean, that was a cool name. I get it. He's in a wheelchair now. He's broken. All right, and it plays on Tyrion having a affection for cripples and broken things, right? So they say that all the lords and ladies will gather up and pick the kings and queens. It'll no longer be by son. That's not going to last. You got maybe 5 years of that. As soon as Bran dies, they're already conspiring, creating alliances with each other. All the lords are creating alliances, and bam, civil war breaks out. And then the strongest army wins, and they go back to doing what that was just so dumb, dude. I actually thought what Samuel Tarly was talking about, like let's get like some kind of government system, and they're just like, oh, I just thought I was like, come on, man, like really, like it should have been a democratic kind of system or whatever. So we got that, right? That's just not going to work. They send, as a punishment, they send Jon off to the wall to take the black. Hello, people. There's no need for the wall anymore. The White Walkers are dead. They're no longer at war with the wildlings. And besides that, there is a huge gaping hole in the wall now. There's no need for the wall. They make it out like Jon goes beyond the wall. Is he supposed to be the king beyond the wall now? But they make it out like it's not that big of a sentence, but then Sansa's like crying, like, I'm sorry, I couldn't change it. Grey Worm leaves with the Unsullied. Why can't Jon be like, bye, okay, I'm going back to Winterfell? Like, that's the only guy that wanted it. You know what I mean? Like, he killed the Mad Queen, the crazy Mad Queen. He should be rewarded for that. Grey Worm was the only one that wanted him dead. Okay? And talking about that, Grey Worm would have killed Jon on sight if he could have. That's his queen. He's devoted. He was out there slaughtering Lannisters, slicing their throat, cutting their heads off. Of course he would have killed Tyrion right there on the spot, man. They're not going to hold them for, Winterfell is months away from King's Landing. He's not going to hold him there for months and not, dude, come on. That was ridiculous. The water bottle. So they did it again. They had a freaking Starbucks cup, and okay, cool. Whoopsie, right? Whoopsie, oopsie. Okay, all the heat's on them now for shit like that. You got some nerd on a computer going frame by frame looking for stuff, and in the same scene, there's 2 water bottles. Yo, somebody be a water bottle Starbucks cup guy and make sure there's no freaking refreshments on the set. You're putting $10 million an episode in there and you can't get a day. That's just disrespect, man. So ridiculous. Oh my God, dude. I talk about it, again. There needed to be a fight between Grey Worm and Jon. That would have been bad ass, dude. There's been a fight between between Ned Stark and Jaime, right? You had the water dancer. I thought he was going to come back. Arya's teacher, the guy that from Bravos, the first sort of Bravos. You have all these big bet. Arya fought the other. I forgot the girl's name that she was training her to be a faceless man or whatever. You have all these good one-on-one battles. 2 of the last badasses don't even get to fight it out. Ridiculous, man. My God. All right, so. This is ridiculous. Anyways, this is how I think it should have gone. So we know how it happened, right? Oh, let's talk about this. Sansa's like, listen, the North will no longer bend the knee. We're going to be our own separate kingdom. Do you not realize that there were 3 other kingdoms that were there that are in the North? The Eyrie is in the North, further north than Winterfell. You got the Umbers. Well, I guess they're dead now, but that whole castle is up there. Those people. You've got who else is up there? There's like 3 kingdoms in the north that play a role in this. So it's not the 6 kingdoms anymore. It's the 4 kingdoms that you're ruling over. All right, like let's. Is this ridiculous? So is it just Winterfell that's not going to be there? In the fold. Everybody else. If I was like, hey, I'm in the north too. Right, you know what I mean? Like, what exactly is north? Is it right up? Is it the line starts at Winterfell and goes up? Like I said, you've got other kingdoms up there. So I mean, it was just, oh my God, dude. What I think should have happened is that, what I talked about, how Dany could have died, Sansa could have killed her after that major battle with, Jon and Grey Worm. Sansa could have taken the throne, but since King's Landing was destroyed, she moves the capital to Winterfell. Winterfell is now the capital in the ruling area of the Seven Kingdoms, right? So she maintains autonomy. Winterfell is now the crown jewel, and she's the queen of it. I thought that would have been a cool move. And then Jon and Tyrion stay to rebuild King's Landing, because it'll take you a whole generation, maybe two, to rebuild King's Landing, right? So you got that. And then, people could have helped out. That would have been good. I think that would have been really cool right there. And then, Arya could have still went and traveled past Westeros. I mean, that sets up a whole arc for her. That sets up a whole other set of, shows and spinoffs. I think that would have been cool. I did like how Grey Worm went to Noth, you know what I mean? The island of Missandei. I still wanted to see them duke it out. And maybe he could have just been, beaten in battle, and Jon, yielded and showed him mercy over this. And was like, dude, you have to see this was wrong. Could have talked some sense into him somehow, right? And then he went off. That could have been the thing. And wouldn't it have been so cool if the dragon picks up Daenerys, right? Flies her all the way back to the old lands of Valyris, and then drops her down, and she takes a gasp of breath, like Jon did, right, when he came back to life. She takes a gasp of breath, or she opens her eyes and they're ice blue, like she's the new, she's the Night Queen now, and the cycle starts over again. I think that would have been cool, just to go out like that when she's been such a badass. And I just don't like how any of it went down. It was just terrible, man. God, it was terrible. Oh, it was not good. It was not good. Okay, if you are one of the people that have not watched Game of Thrones, listen, I still recommend you watch it. It's still one of the best series ever put together. There's a lot of good series out there. There's a lot of good shows. It's still one of the best. And you can form your own opinion. I'm sure plenty of people loved the ending. They loved it. I'm sure they loved it. But the real ones, no. But, I'd still recommend going through and watching it and being part of that and enjoying it. There's no more pressure now. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about seeing everything on online. Take it at your own pace. But they are a great show. Really good. 1 through 6 seasons were incredible. 7 to 8 were definitely a rush. 7 was okay. Most of 8 was okay too. But yeah, man, it was just the finale was just garbo. So I had to put that out there. That's it, man. So take it for what it's worth. You don't have to like this review or whatever. I don't care. I'm just venting for anybody to listen. All right. Damn. Over 1 million signatures, by the way, to redo season 8. They have a petition right now. Over 1 million signatures to remake this season. It's not going to happen, but I hope the spinoffs are better. I hope there's new blood, fresh enthusiasm. I'll definitely be checking those out. So, God. Anyways, though. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? Let me know the thoughts, or let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Do you think that the finale was okay? Do you agree with some of my points? Do you not agree? Do you think it should have been, I don't know, whatever? I mean, just let me know what you guys think, because there was just a lot wrong with that. I'm sorry, man. There was. So, anyways, though, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to vent and just get this off my chest. I was having a Twitter tirade the day after, so I'm still in my feels right now. But yeah, thank you all so much for letting me do this. Subscribe to my channel. If you're not here because of my gaming, check me out. I'm a gamer too, so check those videos out. All that good stuff. Subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed it. Drop a dislike if you didn't. It's whatever. It's all good. So, but yeah, thanks guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you later. Peace out. Yeah. God.